Good morning, everyone. My name is Rod Brown. I'm excited this morning. I'm excited that you decided to join the call, Lead or Lose. I want to welcome you to this call. And folks have been asking us, why do we call this call Lead or Lose? Simply, we believe that if leadership isn't present, then something is being lost. Time is being lost. Resources are being lost. Money is being lost. We're losing respect. We're losing ground in the as it relates to competition and the workplace and what we do on a day-to-day basis. So we truly believe that, if leadership isn't present, then we are losing something. We're going to get started. Last week we talked about the qualities of a good leader. And we gave 21 qualities. And if you want to find out exactly the qualities, that we discussed, please go listen to the call from last week. I'm going to run through them really, really quickly. But today we're going to focus on things that we can do to improve these leadership qualities, because basically the leadership qualities are the foundation. And so if we improve these qualities, then we will improve our overall effectiveness as a leader. So really, really quickly, I just want to run through them and just mention them in name and not really delve into them like we did last time. Character, charisma, commitment to the organization, being an effective communicator, having competence in the area of your leadership, being courageous as a leader, having discernment, simply being able to judge well, maintaining focus, being generous. As a leader, you got to be the biggest giver. Taking initiative, being a good listener, having passion about what you do, having a positive attitude, being a problem solver. Very, very important. Being able to establish relationships, taking on responsibility, creating a sense of security with those and with the team that you lead, having self-discipline yourself, having an attitude of servanthood. You have to be teachable. And then lastly, you have to be someone of vision, not necessarily of sight, but someone with vision. So those are the qualities that we talked about, and we went a little deeper last week. Again, this call is only going to last 15 minutes every single Tuesday when we do this, so we want to be impactful during that time. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our sponsor, and our sponsor is ShareNote.com. ShareNote.com is an electronic health record system for the behavioral health care industry, and also an incredible tool. Okay. Now, how do we increase the overall leadership effectiveness? How do we improve these qualities? Oftentimes we want to improve our situation, but we don't want to improve ourselves. So ways that we can improve these qualities, which will ultimately improve our overall leadership effectiveness. Number one is value experiences that you've had. Oftentimes we look at experiences that we've had in the past, and if they've been good experiences, of course, we place a high value on those experiences. But I like to place value on those experiences that didn't feel so good or didn't turn out the way I wanted them to, because that is an instant learning opportunity. That's an instant learning opportunity. So we value those experiences, we place value in those experiences, then we can learn from those, and we don't have to repeat the same mistakes twice. So one of the ways that we can, again, improve these qualities that we talked about is value experiences, particularly with reflection. If you're ever in a situation where you're down or you don't feel good about what's going on in a particular place that you're in, reflect on a time where you won. Because when we won, we did something that, helped us win. We had a good feeling when we won. So reflect and spend time in your mind on that time that you actually won. So that's number one, value experiences and reflect on those experiences. Number two if you want to increase these qualities that we talked about, which will increase your overall effectiveness, is you have to invest in training. You have to invest in training. Again, we want to improve our circumstances, but we don't want to improve ourselves. So you taking the time out to be on this call is an example of investing in yourself or investing in training. There are millions of books on just about any topic that you may be struggling with. Also, another way to invest in training is to actually go to seminars, go to workshops, but you have to invest in training in yourself. Don't wait for your organization to do it for you. You have to do that for yourself. And there are, if you've ever spent any time on YouTube, you can literally get educated on just about any topic or any subject, or get trained on any topic or any subject. What's really important is practicing what you learn. So that's really, really important. But in terms of getting the knowledge and getting that information, there's so much information out there for free that you have to take time to invest in yourself and invest in training. Number 3, again, we're talking about things that you can do to improve the qualities that we talked about that good leaders have, that will ultimately improve your overall effectiveness. Number 3 is have a mentor or a coach. The greatest athletes, the greatest business minds, the greatest teachers, the greatest Boy Scout leaders, the greatest pilots, they had someone, or they have someone that can speak into their lives, that can see things that they can't see. A coach, Phil Jackson didn't have to teach Michael Jordan how to play basketball, but Phil Jackson made Michael Jordan a better basketball player simply because he could see things that Michael Jordan couldn't see. And Michael Jordan's focus was oftentimes in the midst of playing basketball or in the midst of the game, but there were so many other things that Michael Jordan just didn't see that Phil Jackson did see that made him a better basketball player. When Phil Jackson taught Michael Jordan how to pass the ball, Michael Jordan won championships. So an excellent example of why a coach or a mentor is so, so important in your life. And that coach and that mentor, they've also been through things that you may not have to go through. They have experiences that you can tap into and reduce a learning curve or reduce an experience curve by a significant amount of time, simply because they've been through things, they've done things that can save you time, energy, and effort. So if you do not have a good mentor, if you do not have a coach, seek one out that you believe can help you out. Number 4 is a mastermind group or a focus group. A mastermind group is a great tool to get like-minded people together. You want to keep that mastermind group really, really small. I would say no more than 8 to 10 people. And it's a group of people that meet periodically. It could be face-to-face, preferably face-to-face, but it could be, with technology today, you can do a Google Hangout, you can do a conference call. But you talk about the issues that you're having within your affinity group, okay? So you could have a mastermind group of basket weavers, and you talk about the challenges that you're having as basket weavers. Or you can have a mastermind group of executive leaders, and you talk about the challenges that you're having as executive leaders. You can have a mastermind group of entrepreneurs, and you talk about the challenges that you're having as entrepreneurs. And what you have is, again, you have a 9 other people that's a resource that may have gone through the things that you've gone through, can save you time, energy, and effort. Plus, it's a built-in support system that can help you, can help challenge you, and also to help you grow. So having a mastermind group or being a part of a mastermind group is something that's definitely can be a huge benefit for you. Number 5 is do something outside of yourself. All we know is what we know. I read a report a couple weeks back that talked about individuals who were given a trip, and they could go anywhere in the world that they wanted to go. 90+% of those individuals chose a place within 4 hours of where they lived. You can go anywhere in the world, but people are comfortable and they want to be comfortable and didn't want to venture out too far. And that's just human nature. So I suggest that you do something outside of yourself, especially in some of these qualities that we talked about. If you have challenges in some of these qualities, like building relationships, for example. Early on in my career, I didn't like networking. I didn't like spending the time or doing the work as a networker. So if building relationships is a challenge for you, I suggest that you go to networking events and be in that environment. You don't have to become an effective networker immediately, but if that's a challenge, start going to those events. Do something outside of yourself if you don't normally go to those events, because, again, it will stretch you. Again, all we know is what we know. So if we go do things that we haven't done before, then we'll know more stuff, right? And so, again, you will increase your ability in that particular quality, and ultimately will make you a better leader. So those are the things that I want you to start doing to improve on the qualities that will ultimately make you a better leader. Before we go to the next topic that I want to talk about, and that next topic is influence. It looks like we might not get to that until next week. Again, I want to be very mindful of your time, because we want this to be, quick, and we want you to get practical information that you can start your day off with, and we want to stay within that 15-minute time frame that we talked about. One of the things that gets in our way more than anything as it relates to being an effective leader, in spite of us having all of these qualities that we talked about, being rock solid, and that is your ego. And so what I wanted to do really, really quickly was to give you 7 things that you may want to focus on as it relates to our ego, and 7 ways that our ego will interfere with our overall effectiveness as being a leader. And I get this information, I was taught this in a book that I've been reading, and that's The Power of Intention by Wayne Dyer. So it's a great book. If you haven't read that book, get The Power of Intention. Pretty incredible. So we want to talk about really, really quickly is getting our ego out of the way. First of all, in these last 2 minutes, we want to stop being offended. We want to stop being offended. That which offends us will weaken us. We want to stop being offended, stop taking offense, and we want to listen to understand, right, versus listening to defend. All right? Number 2, let go of your need to win. I look at my organizations. I had a conversation with one of my staff folks last week, and they were talking about people jockeying for a position in the office. And my question was simply, okay, in this bump, in this grind, in this push, in this pull, in this jockeying for a position, the person that thinks they win, what do they win ultimately? What do they win ultimately? There are no losers if we're all on the same team and we're all shooting for the exact same goal. There are technically no losers. So let go of your need to win. Number 3, let go of your need to be right. Oftentimes, it's better to be peaceful or to be happy in lieu of being right. And again, that ties directly into your need to win. So let go of your need to be right. Let go of your need to be superior. Let go of your need to be superior. One of the qualities that we talked about is being a giver. And if you're a giver, then you're open to giving of yourself, giving of your resources. So you have to have a humble presence in order to do that. So being superior, oftentimes you're pushing someone down. So if you can imagine holding on to someone and stooping down, when you stoop down while you're holding on to that person in that superior position, when it's all said and done and you stoop down with that person, you're down as far as they are down. So let go of your need to be superior. Let go of your need to have more. Let's start to focus on having appreciating everything that we have, having a spirit of gratitude, because if you need more, you'll always need more. Okay? I'm not saying be complacent, but what I am saying is appreciate where you are right now. If you can appreciate and be happy and have peace with where you are right now, going to the next level is much, much easier and less stressful. Let go of identifying yourself based on achievements. Attach yourself to something else. Attach yourself to joy, or attach yourself to peace, or attach yourself to tranquility, and not, the next automobile, or not the next watch, or not, being rookie of the year, or being manager of the year. So don't attach yourself or don't identify yourself, based on achievements. And lastly, let go of your reputation. Your reputation, it resides in the minds of others. So if I ask 30 people about who you are and your reputation, I'll probably get 30 answers. And the only answer that matters is the answer that's in your head and who you really are. Okay? Guys, time is up. I want to thank everybody from dialing in. We had somebody from the 248, somebody from the 336, somebody from the 313, someone from the 203. We want to thank you for dialing into the call. I hope it was beneficial. Again, we're doing this every Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. There will be replays later on, and then there will be a replay number that you can dial into to listen to this particular call anytime you want to. We'll communicate that via Twitter. If you have a question or suggestion or any kind of comment, please tweet us at Roderick L. Brown or at ShareNote. And please use the hashtag lead or lose. And again, it's hashtag lead or lose. Thank you again for joining the call. Hopefully you'll be back next week. Tell a friend. Have a great day. I send you blessings.